Now, as you know, we had the prologue, Whispers of Oblivion. That was a 3-mission set focused around Zeratul, and him finding out about the Void, you know, the plans Amon had and all of that. And then we had the main focus of the game, of the expansion, which what we just went through, you know, Legacy of the Void. All 19 missions. And yes, this is loading, but for some reason they load the Master Archives. Now, here's the thing. That's up to 22 missions. And that would honestly be fine for the expansion. But they had to go a step further. The Epilogue, Into the Void. After the events of Legacy of the Void, and I may as well blur this if you care for spoilers. After Legacy of the Void, things continued. There is an additional set of missions focused around Amon and basically all 3 races together. In theory, this is a cool idea, the way it was played and everything, but story-wise, it could have just been left alone. I'm just gonna rant right now. You know what? If you don't want to listen to this, skip ahead a bit to where you start seeing like a cutscene or a gameplay in the, you know, in the little imaging YouTube gets you when you're trying to fast forward. I hate what this epilogue means. It does mean an ending, but at the same time it's stupid. It could have ended at the main campaign's ending. It would have been fine. Yes, we would have wondered what the fuck happened to Kerrigan. What about making sure Amon doesn't come back? They could have actually left out a sequel bait. I wouldn't have cared. I would have enjoyed it. I just feel this is a black mark. It's just an annoying set of missions in my mind. They're not even that difficult in some cases. A lot of them will just get your army up of what you're being given, get it strong enough, then do the objective. Anyway, this is main part of the main story. I will be doing these. Just, I wanted to get that off my chest a bit. I still don't understand why this is here, but we're going to go through it on hard. These are like 3 missions, so let's get into it.
We have waited long enough within this accursed realm. If the Queen of Blades truly wishes to speak, she would be here now.
She ain't gonna stand us up, Solendis. If she says it's important, you better believe it is.
Trusting this deceiver is not an act I am accustomed to, Commander.
Such little faith for a Templar. Artanis. Jim.
So what's going on, Sarah? What's so urgent you got us all here for?
Amon lives. His hatred festers in the void. And he already plans to return. Even now, I hear a voice calling me.
This may be the great enemy's trickery.
This voice is not his. There's something else in there. Something tormented and desperate. But it's benevolent. Amon's strength grows by the moment. He may not return during our lives, but he will return.
And what is it you suggest we do, Kerrigan?
There is a gateway to the void, within Ulnar. I intend to go through it and destroy the Fallen One once and for all. I need your help.
Sarah's right. We can't kick this can down the road. This burden is ours, like it or not.
Zeratul foresaw that this day would come. You have our blades, Kerrigan.
Things are going sideways real fast. These shadows are tearing apart our ships. We're not gonna last long out here.
The voice is coming from up ahead. We have to reach it.
My forces will investigate.
I am the heart of darkness. It shall be.
Your warriors are close now, Artanis. I can sense it.
We must find the corruption and clear it. The shadows are slowly consuming our warriors. Strike true, Templar! Amon's minions are coming from that rift. Destroy it.
Now, I'm gonna explain stuff in a bit. Just let this go.
Purge the corruption. That voice. It is my former master, Tassadar.
Do as he says.
I called to you in dire need. Now you have come to this realm. Here I am prisoner. You must free me from his grasp.
Whose grasp?
The Queen of Blades. What a pleasant surprise.
Narud. I thought you were dead.
Without form, we, the Zelnaga, return to the void. Here, I live on. But you will not be so fortunate.
So yeah, Tassador's alive. Now, these missions are...
Get ready, Artanis. Narud's forces are heading towards Jim's position. My swarm will be there to help.
My Templar will join you. In the name of Tassadar, we shall be victorious.
Now, each of these missions are much more larger... What the hell are you doing? Are much larger maps with focus on each race attempting to join. Now, the concept of this is good. I mean, here we are, we're trying to face against the Void, and I just remembered our abilities are different. They forcibly changed the Spirit of Adune's abilities on you, so I need to remember to keep people on the Vespene Geysers for once. On top of that, stuff like our units are set for us. We have Sentinels, Annihilators, Stalkers, Havocs. And it's gonna switch between...
That Thrasher is tearing into my base. Hit it with everything you've got.
Now, the fortunate thing is, this mission, yes, it sets you up with preset abilities.
We did it.
There is no time to celebrate, friend Raynor. Narud will surely send another soon. We should use this time to advance.
A few of these changes, however, are at least welcome. It's the story part of this little campaign I do not like. For one, robotics facilities have been upgraded. We have warp robotics. This is because of warp parameterization, which we could have used before, but this is what's being preset to us. As you can see, it also works here. On top of everything else, we also have set abilities. We've got deploy pylons, which is always handy. We have the reconstruction beam. We have solar lance, which is a good defensive and offensive ability. And then we have shield overcharge. Here's a pro tip. Save this for when your allies attack, because this affects all allies. So, you can give Banshees, Goliaths, Pink Stukov is here for some strange reason.
Spear of Adune, this is Hyperion Actual. There are several strategic positions up ahead. We should make a point of securing them.
A fine idea, Admiral. If these locations can be cleared of enemy forces, we could establish forward positions.
Side objective right there. Honestly, the majority of stuff in this mission is going to be a bit of a mix of your units, because as you have noticed, the void is all over this freaking place. We can't just waltz around, because they have void rays, which summon units, which is always annoying. And on top of that, we have attacks to deal with. Usually the AI will be able to defend itself because, you know, Kerrigan's there. Kerrigan's got a lot of units with her usually. And plus she'll respawn.
Make it quick.
Stukov will do the same, plus he sends in some of his own units and oh hello. What are you guys doing? Oh, destroyers. I honestly don't think bringing destroyers would have been best, but hey. Get some more units around.
I am here in the shadows.
All that is settled. No, let's not get a Phoenix. Let's get another Annihilator. The Annihilators are going to be sort of our
The sword will fall this day.
Well, the Annihilators are going to be our sort of bread and butter unit, since they are going to be able to do a lot of damage and, you know, dish it out quickly.
Dropping some troops at your front line, Sarah. What do you say, Artanis? You feel like joining in?
Yeah, sure, Raina. I wouldn't mind helping out. I could just use shield overcharge and help you there, but hey, we're buddies. Kerrigan seems to be on the nicer side. Let's actually stick a pylon somewhere for Kerrigan. No, here. Right. That giant hybrid is going to be here soon. I've got my Annihilators ready. Although Kerrigan seems to be going into suicidal, right? There it is. Move in. We're up too close. Right, back up. I'm gonna have to shield overcharge. Back up into our allies' base. As you can see, it's helping our allies as well, because the Zerg have it, and that's just amusing. Zerg with shield. Where the hell are these sentinels going to? Back over here. No, I said back. Stick with the Zerg. We can use that base as defense.
Slaughter that creature.
Right, we're gonna want to get our base up and going as much as we can. Honestly, there's not much to worry about until you get told your base is going to be attacked, then you kind of have to worry. Let's see, is that thing dead? No, it's not. Right, that did a good bit of damage. When in doubt, turn on that.
I am the voice of the...
Always helps to have a time stop when you just notice you're getting attacked.
This warrior awakens. Adun Toridas.
All right, we got it.
Yeah, they're gonna still gonna take damage, so let's just make this easier on myself. There we go. The Annihilator is gonna survive. Alright, let's get these units back to base.
It shall be as you say.
Let's get a Dark Templar out. Dark Templars are honestly not going to be as much use as you would expect here. Destroyers! You see, this is what happens when you go into the void. You get a bit injured. Alright, we got our upgrade stations going. We're going to want to get an upgrade, hopefully soon, so we can support a larger army, but for now we're going to have to work with what we've got. Fortunately, we don't have to turn these into warp gates when we spawn them in. What's that noise? Must be coming from where the second objective is. Get a couple of these. Right, all of those warp gates are ready. Let's get some sentinels. Maybe try and make a move towards the enemy base.
You have not enough minerals.
Key down a monolith, just for defense. And back up a bit. Let's see which we got. Nah, can't help him. If I had vision, I could help. Right. Let's see.
We meet the enemy in battle.
You don't meet him in battle. You're just standing there. Shield overcharge, just so you can absorb a lot of the damage, especially the passive damage from the void. These void rifts are pretty dangerous. These these void corruption pillars, these spread the void itself. So any annihilators you got, you may as well use them onto buildings like that. As you can see, we're all clear.
You can all hear him now, can't you?
Yes. But there are still many questions.
There are many questions. Many which honestly didn't need to be answered. We don't need to worry that Tassador's here. I mean, why bother? I mean, he's just a plot device. Blizzard decided to make us remember. Oh, hello there, void creatures. Let's see. We could actually hit that void rift. There we go. That'll free some room for Kerrigan.
You cannot resist forever, Raynor. You do not deserve to stand among gods. Cold is the void.
Yeah, let's go give Raynor some help. Just making sure our base stays up and running is pretty much one of our main objectives here.
Raynor, my forces are inbound. Protoss commander, we could use your assistance.
Well, nice to acknowledge your existence, Duke. Alright, this should be fine if I leave the pylon alone. Let's warp in a carrier. And Colossi.
Carrier has arrived.
Because I can. Hey, we got the fire beam. Right, he's on his way. He's focusing on the one.
Another one of these thrashers. Let's take it out.
Annihilator cannons will easily break through that shield. Don't worry about the little guys. Keep your main units up and running. That's what I say.
Upgrade complete.
His attacks mean nothing if you can't get the rest up.
Zerg forces, push forward. This bastard dies today.
I'll give you a hand, Stuko. It's nice that you're still here.
We are one with the shadows.
Oh, really? He's stupid. You know what? Here. Mostly because I saw my pylon getting attacked on the minimap. Right, get some zealots, havocs, and all that. Get these guys going, and then we can move on.
We are one with the
Yes, the void will hurt us, but at the same time, we can work our way forward. Basically, here's the way I see this mission. Hi, I'm an Annihilator. That is your main unit. That is the one I suggest using. Because Annihilator cannons will rip apart the enemy buildings as long as you have like a couple of them, which allows you to push quickly. So, you know, Robotics Bay, it comes in handy.
Nice work. We're securing the location now. Jim, expect some more support coming your way soon.
And there you go. Now we have another base. Not exactly a big base, but hey, why are you sending those poor Marines, man? Here. Those Marines shouldn't be left the ones to go into the void. There's the void corruption there. Let's take it out. Void cannons. Void cannon? Annihilators, man.
Zeratul led you to free me.
I don't like Tassador when he speaks. Why is he still here? He didn't need to be brought back. He just brought him back for no obscene reason. Oh well, we can pincer this area. Get some stalkers out. There is an expansion around here, which is good. gonna have to just focus on the enemy for a second. They are being very annoying.
You require my skill.
Right, we might actually be able to get the corruption.
Only destruction awaits our foes.
Here we go. Got an opening. Get rid of majority of the area. Take out the corruption. Job's done.
Right on. My boys are setting up some defenses here.
You think the Swarm is your ally? The Queen of Blades can only spread suffering. She is the enemy of all life.
You said that, Narud, but you seem to be doing more damage.
Sarah, I'm sending over a few of my troops to help. Artanis, if you want to jump on in, we'd be much obliged.
I'm already there, Rainer. And, your Goliath, man. I don't think it's happy with where it is. As you can see, there's a base up there. We can go get it later.
We are one with the shadows.
Okay, where is he coming from? Okay, he's nearly here. I got my Annihilators ready.
Very well.
Alright, back up real quick. Let him get close.
Very
And, hello, have you met my Annihilators?
Thrasher has fallen.
I love those guys. This is just, honestly, they shine in this mission. I'm kind of glad they were the ones picked out of all the Protoss units to be the main siege unit. This particular mission. Oh, we can just easily take care of this area here. Won't be that difficult. Once the corruption's gone, you don't really have to worry about much.
The area is secure, and these defenses should keep it that way.